Hey Sim Besties, so today I will be showing you my newest build, which is a cute little seaside town. It is built in Brindleton Bay on the 64 by 64 lot. This build took me about a week and a half to do. It is extremely detailed and can be a little bit glitchy, so just give it some time and it should smooth out eventually. But there is a lot of stuff, so it will probably take quite a while to load. But trust me, it's worth it. I will be doing a series on this build, a gameplay series using this build for all of my little Sims, and it's going to be packed with drama, and you should stay tuned for that. And please like and subscribe to my channel. We'll start on the outside first. We have, I believe, 15 houses / buildings. And they're all fully decorated, fully furnished. As well as we have some commercial buildings as well. And a little park out here, which is kind of like the town square center, I guess. Alright, starting off, we will start with this little house over here. It's a cute little small house. So you come in, and there's the living room right there. I went for a blue theme, as you can see. There's the little entry, and then the kitchen. Whoops, didn't mean to turn the fridge there. So the kitchen, very simple, and then we move into the bedroom. There's a bookshelf, a chair, and then a little bedside table with a disguised TV. And finally, the little bathroom at the back. It's small, but it works well for this little house. So that was the first house. Moving on to the second house. This one's a little bit bigger, as it has an upstairs as well. This is the small entryway, and it leads right into the living room. And then coming back here, we have the little dining area and kitchen. And then going upstairs, you come out into this little vestibule hallway. And there's a little desk area here. Across the hall is the bathroom. We got a shower and a tub combo. And then we have the sinks and toilet. And now moving on to the bedroom, we have the actual bed and bedside tables with a mirror, and then a little bit of some closet space. So that's that for the second house. Then we're gonna go across the street to this little pink house here. This house is obviously very pink, and you come in right to the kitchen, and there's a dining area, and then behind the divider is the bedroom area and little closet space that isn't really a closet but hangs the clothes. And then they have a nice bathroom, also quite pink. And that's that for this house. It's kind of small, but it'll work for 1 sim or 2 sims. And then we'll go around the circle. So this is the next house. This is a pretty large house, one of the largest houses. And we have an entryway, so there's an entry table on that side and a little bench area on this side. And then you come into the living area, and there's a desk under the stairs. And then we have the kitchen, which is rather large and spacious. And then we have the dining area with some different hutches on either side. And then we shall go upstairs into this hallway area. And then into the parents' bedroom. So we have some closet space on either side, and a mirror and a little dressing table. And they also have their own little bathroom with a shower and tub and double sinks. And then we shall go into the kids' bedroom. It's a twin girl room, kind of mermaid princess vibes, or that was the theme at least. And then they have their own little bathroom out here, and they have a little shower with the mirror and the toilet. And that's it for this house. So it's a family house, rather large. And then we are moving on to the next little house. Also kind of a bluish theme. We have the kitchen, the little entry area over here, and then the living area over here. And then you come into the bedroom. So we have the bed and everything. And then we have the 2 chairs and the fireplace, which I really like this combo of the fireplace and the 2 chairs. I think it looks really nice together. And then we have the little, well, it's actually quite spacious, bathroom. Which turned out cute. And that's that for that house. Moving on, this house is the mayor's house. So it's kind of the biggest one. And coming in, we have a grand staircase and a little entryway. And then to the left is the kitchen, with all the little clutter goodies I put. And then the little dining room back here. And the living room / entertainment room is over here. Now, going up the stairs, we come out into this hallway, and on the left is the parents' room. So they have their bed and a little desk area over here, as well as the bathroom attached. And then the little baby and infant room is over here. And then we have a child's bedroom over here with their own little balcony. And that's that for that house. I will mention all of the stories that I picture for each of the houses, but obviously it's up to you. You can do what you want. But so we'll move over here. Next to the pink house is this house here. We have the entryway here, and then we have the little living area with a desk under the stairs again, and then an open kitchen and dining floor plan. And then going up the stairs, you come out in this small little hallway, and in here's the bathroom. And then to the left is the parent bedroom. And then he has his own little balcony. And then they have a teenage boy room to the left. So that's that for that house. And then moving on, we have this house over here. You come in and this is the entryway. And then they have a beautiful kitchen / dining. And then a lovely living room. And then going up the stairs, they have the bedroom. And the bathroom. With its own little walk-in shower and bath. And now I will show you the commercial spaces. So for the first commercial space, this is a little pottery studio where they make and sell pottery. There are some displays where they can purchase the pottery, as well as the actual kiln and pottery tables. And upstairs is the jewelry portion of the studio, where they sell high-end jewelry. And then behind that is the cat cafe. So you come in and there is some room for cats, and you can order coffee and make yourself at home with the cats. And then to the left of that is the plant store. So there are different plants you can purchase and books on plants, etc. And a little stand outside. And then finally, for this group of buildings, we have the eclectic crystal shop. So you come in and there is the crystal table, as well as some odd eclectic bookshelves and tarot reading tent. And then we go upstairs and there's even more crystals. There's some crystal balls and a little apothecary table with potions, etc., etc. And there's a hidden bookcase back here where you can get different potion items and herbs. Alrighty, moving on to across the street from the crystal shop is the bakery / candy store. And you pick up your basket and you go shopping for all the little goodies. There are cakes in the window, and these are reminiscent of little chocolate balls. And then where you go to get your actual baked goods. And then upstairs is where there are tables and even more candy and a candy making machine so they can make the candy directly into the store. And then finally, going all the... oh wait, no, I forgot one. This over here is the bookshop. So you come in and there are about 1 million different books to purchase and read. And above the bookshop is a little apartment. So you come up here and there is the kitchen and dining, and then the living area. And then you have to go back outside to access the top floor, which is the bedroom with the little dressing table and desk, and the bathroom. And now, actually, finally, oh wait, no, I forgot another one. Goodness me. Back here is the other little shop, other little house. And you come in and there is the kitchen over here, as well as the little living space. And then a bedroom back here. It's quite small, but it'll do for one sim. And a little bathroom back here. Now, actually, finally, we have the grocery store, which is over here. So you come in and there's a little ice cream cooler, as well as the ticket desk where you buy your groceries. Then there are the famous magazine racks, as well as lots of good food. There are fish and produce and all of the food goodies. And then we can go upstairs where the grocery store continues with fish and cakes and drinks and meat and even more fish. It is a seaside town, of course. And some little candies over here on either side. And a little bit more produce. And then over here is the grocery owner's apartment. An elderly couple who run the store. The elderly man is a fisherman, and the elderly woman runs the store while he's gone fishing. And you come in, and they have their little dining room and kitchen, and a bathroom over here with a little living area and bedroom with a small little desk and a disguised TV. And that's pretty much it in my mind. So, as you know, this house already has the elderly couple in it. And I believe this house is run by the people who own the bookshop, and so one is a bookshop and one is an artist, the couple. And I believe the plant store owner lives in this house. And then the bakery owner and a secondary candy maker live in these two houses and work at the bakery and candy shop, obviously. I believe there's a couple who lives in this house who run the jewelry shop and the pottery studio. Obviously the mayor lives in this house with his perfect family, a wife, a son, and his little babies with a golden retriever, the whole shebang. And in this house is the cat cafe owner. And in this house is the crystal shop owner. And in this house is a single dad and his son who live there. And in this house are two parents and their two twin daughters. And yeah, I think I covered everything. I hope you guys enjoyed. It took me a long time to finish this build and decorate it to the nines. I really hope you and your Sims love it. It really is one of my proudest works that I've done to date. And yeah, so I hope you have a wonderful day or night, and I will see you on the next one.